This is Tom Fox. I'd like to welcome you to the newest addition to the Compliance Podcast Network, the Compliance Tip of the Day. This is the podcast where you bring you daily insights and practical advice on navigating the ever-evolving landscape of compliance requirements. Whether you're a seasoned compliance professional or just starting your journey, my aim in this podcast is to provide you with a bite-sized, actionable tip to help you stay on top of your compliance game. Join us as we explore the latest trends from the Department of Justice, share some best practices, demystify complex compliance issues to help keep your organization doing business ethically and in compliance, and at the end of the day, more profitably. Tune in daily for your dose of compliance wisdom. Let's make compliance a little less daunting, one tip at a time. Now a word from the sponsor of the Compliance Podcast Network, Ethico.
In compliance, the value of anonymous reporting is undeniable. But with Ethico, anonymity doesn't mean a loss of connection. Our blinded, two-way communication fosters an environment of trust and confidentiality, encouraging open and honest dialogue. It's not just about receiving reports. It's about understanding the story behind each one, creating a culture of integrity and respect. Transform your approach to anonymous reporting with Ethico. Begin your journey at ethico.com/CPN, where you can book a demo, access an exclusive white paper by Tom Fox titled The ROI of Compliance, and utilize our free ROI calculator.
On today, for Compliance Tip of the Day, we continue our short series on board-led investigations. We previously looked at a board of investigation protocol and factors a board should consider in their selection of investigative counsel. Today, I want to consider some of the factors that could lead to a successful board investigation. Have you considered the need to retain outside experts? In any investigation, there will be a need for a wide variety of subject matter experts, more than just compliance. Obviously, internal controls, forensic accountants, perhaps fraud examiner, electronic discovery, and others. Carefully consider whistleblower allegations. Whistleblowing has become incredibly important, and taking their allegations seriously is paramount. It does not mean trying to find out who the whistleblowers might be to punish or stifle them. It means that you have to take their allegations seriously and investigate it seriously. Request regular updates from outside counsel without limiting the investigations. These investigations can be long and costly and can easily spin out of control. A board might be perceived as trying to limit an investigation by having regular updates, but I think really the goal is to strike the right balance between the cost of the investigation, its thoroughness, and credibility. To do so, flexibility is important in agreement. And then one thing that you may not have considered is what type of report do you want to receive as the board or the the committee overseeing the investigation? Do you want a written report? Do you want an oral report? What are the differences between the two? While in many instances, due to complexity and nature of the allegations involved, a written report is necessary, there may be times when an oral report is more appropriate. By keeping these issues in mind, I think it will really help a board of directors to manage the process throughout the investigative process. You don't want to be asked the dreaded where else question. You want to have a thorough investigation, but you don't want to have to boil the ocean, or you don't want your outside counsel to boil the ocean as well. Neither you nor the DOJ wants that. As you know, this month's sponsor of the Compliance Podcast Network, including this podcast, is Ethico. Have you ever wondered about the ROI of your compliance program or had concerns with presenting budget proposals to your CFO? Well, I partnered with Ethico to write a white paper on the ROI of compliance and how you can think through compliance as an investment strategy. Ethico has put together a ROI calculator for you. Check them out on the website. This is Tom Fox again. This new podcast, Compliance Tip of the Day, will appear daily. And frankly, it's one of the most requested topics for a podcast that I get on a regular basis. It's going to be short and sweet with one tip with some takeaways that you can utilize to implement into your compliance program. If you've got a question that you would like a tip on, please submit them through our website, and we will use them in an upcoming episode. The compliance tip of the day is a production of the award-winning Compliance Podcast Network.